this is the Xbox Series S, which is a $200 console that can run insane FPS. And I'm going to be seeing if a $200 gaming PC can be better than this Xbox.
So inside of this box is the cheapest gaming PC I could find on Amazon. And this PC does cost $190. So it definitely costs less than an Xbox Series S. But the thing is with the Xbox is that you guys can actually find it for a pre-owned used condition for around $200. So the price of this PC is relatively close to the Xbox, considering the PC inside of this box is a renewed PC. And you guys could also count this as a plus, but the PC did come with an entire setup, even the headset, and as well as a decently sized monitor. But yeah, I tested out this PC a few weeks back, and it's actually a pretty decent gaming PC. And right off the looks, you guys can already tell this thing is a Dell Optiplex type of PC with like super old hardware, which is why it's actually really cheap. But yeah, like I said, I tested out this PC a few weeks back, and this PC is definitely pretty promising. Like, this PC could actually run around 120 FPS, just like the Xbox Series S. But I'm not sure how consistent the FPS is on the PC compared to the Xbox. But I mean, yeah, this is the cheapest PC you could find on Amazon with honestly some decent specs. Inside of this PC, it does have a GT 1030, definitely a fairly old graphics cards inside of this PC. And the CPU inside of this PC is an Intel Core i7-3770. And you guys can kind of take a look at this PC. It's definitely like really cramped. Everything is just fitting really tight inside of the Dell Optiplex. But right here we have the GT 1030. This thing is definitely really small. And something you guys can honestly do with this PC is upgrade the GPU. But I'm just going to compare the base specs that this PC comes with compared to the Xbox Series S. And also, this PC only has 16 gigs of, I believe, DDR3 RAM. So yeah, those specs are definitely not the best, but this is a $190 PC from Amazon. Let's go ahead and test this thing out and see if it can reach the Xbox Series S performance. And this right here is the Xbox Series S, and this console is just super powerful. It could run a really stable 120 FPS on high settings, which is what I'm gonna test the PC as well as this Xbox on. We're gonna test it out on high settings because the Xbox is forced to play on high settings. It doesn't have a performance mode feature like a PC would. But regardless, this thing runs 120 FPS really easily. Yeah, this thing is super cheap as well. You could pick it up on the used market for around $200. And also, this thing is really small and compact, so this thing is just like a perfect console. All right, so first I got Fortnite loaded up on the $190 gaming PC. And if you guys take a look at the max FPS this PC could get, this thing is pushing close to 180. We're getting around 175 FPS right now. And it's somewhat stable. It just sometimes drops down to around 160, 140-ish. So yeah, it's definitely a pretty good gaming PC for only $190. Even as I'm building right now, we're still running a pretty consistent 120 FPS. I am running on all low settings, which isn't the best comparison just because the Xbox runs on all high settings. But for all low settings, this PC does run pretty decent, especially for its price. There are a few frame drops here and there, but for $190, this thing is definitely really good. And taking a look at the FPS we get in an actual game, it's still pretty decent, running a pretty consistent 110, sometimes 120. But as we move around, you guys can definitely see it drops down to around 70 FPS sometimes. And this is on all low settings. So let's go ahead and test out this PC running all high settings like the Xbox would, just so we can have a pretty decent fair comparison. So let's go ahead and set this thing to DirectX 12. Okay, so now that I'm on DirectX 12, the settings I want to use that will kind of replicate what the Xbox is using. First off, we got to make sure shadows is on. I'm going to leave it at medium, make our textures also on medium, effects also on medium, and I think that should be good. I think I'm gonna bump up the shadows to high just because on console the shadows are actually really high. It's like super dark and everything for its graphics. So yeah, these are the settings I'm going to be using, so let's go ahead and apply those. And the FPS will definitely drop now, but let's see if this PC can run a stable 120 FPS like the Xbox can. I'll be really surprised if it actually could. Okay, so landing in, you guys can already tell we're getting some crazy frame drops. This thing is dropping to like what, 15? 10 FPS. I literally don't know what's going on. Okay, so the FPS actually stabilizes a little bit better once we actually land it in. And the FPS is actually pretty surprising. We're getting a pretty stable, close to 120. We're getting around 105, 115-ish FPS. But I'm not gonna lie, the FPS is definitely pretty close to 120 FPS. It's definitely not stable at 120 FPS, but it's definitely not bad. We're running around 110, sometimes even above 120 FPS, going to like 130 FPS. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely really, really solid. I do need to get into like a fight and kind of see what the frame drops are from there, because sometimes we do drop to around like 80, 90-ish FPS. 25. Oh! Let's get him. Let's get him. Cracked. Oh, we're getting frame drops. 200. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, fighting that guy, we did get frame drops. Nothing too crazy though. It did drop to around like what, 45-ish FPS. I mean, still very, very playable. And also this PC isn't optimized at all. I'm pretty sure if I optimized it, it could at least run a pretty consistent 120 FPS. For the most part, we're getting a pretty consistent 90 FPS with very similar graphics to what you would get on console. I might even bump up the graphics a little bit. Turn on reflections, turn up the view, apply those. I hear someone shooting at me. I'm dead. Oh, what the fuck? I'm just trying to change the graphics, man. Come on, man. Leave me alone. Drop down. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. You're getting sniped, buddy. Okay, now that I bump a few settings up, we're definitely getting a lot more frame drops. It's dropping to around 50 FPS sometimes now, but it definitely looks a lot more like the console graphics now. I think before it didn't really look like the console graphics too much, but right now it's definitely very similar to the graphics you would get on the Xbox. And we're running like a pretty consistent like 70 FPS or so. Oh my, wait, this is actually a huge fight. We're gonna get a ton of frame drops now. Break this first try. 200, let's go. Okay, it's not even running that bad. I thought it's gonna run a lot worse. Crack. What just happened? What just happened? Sometimes the frames definitely drop a lot, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent at around 70 FPS. It's definitely really good for a $190 PC. Even though we're not really getting close to what you would get on the Xbox, it's still very playable. It's definitely a really good playing experience. 60. Oh crap, oh crap. Crack. 200, let's go. I'm actually surprised we're not getting like huge frame drops just because we are on DX12, which usually should give you a pretty decent amount of frame drop. But right now we're running a pretty consistent 90 FPS. Only some parts of the map, this thing drops down to around like 70, 60-ish FPS. For the most part, it's so playable. Definitely really, really playable. Here, he's in here, he's in here, he's in here. He's running. I'll beam him, I'll beam him. I think I'm gonna bump up the graphics a little bit more, turning on epic shadows, high textures, and high effects. And it's still running pretty decent. Definitely not that bad. We're getting a pretty consistent like 50 FPS, 60 FPS now. It only dropped a little bit, it didn't drop too much. I need to get into like a fight and we're gonna test it out. He's in here, he's in here. Cracked? Hit him for 30. Oh, what the? Bro. I can take back my loot. We're good, we're good. I got back my loot, we're chilling. Chill, 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 chill. Oh my God, we're getting frame drops now. This thing's dropping, this thing's dropping. It's getting to like 40 FPS now. When there's a ton of shooting, this thing drops like a decent amount. I don't even know what's going on, bro. These graphics are way too high. I don't know what's going on. Cracked. 200. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. In the end game right now, we're getting around like what, 75-ish FPS. Pretty solid, definitely pretty good. I need like a refresh. I need a hard refresh actually. I need some type of refresh. I'm actually dead here. I'm actually dead here. I'm actually surprised the frames aren't dropping as much as they should be. Oh my, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Like, I need to kill this guy. I need the refresh hard. I need the refresh, bro. 90? Oh my. The frame drops, bro. Okay, so for the $190 gaming PC, on DX12, on pretty high settings like the Xbox, we ran a pretty consistent 75 FPS, which I mean is significantly lower than 120 FPS. But on performance mode, the PC definitely beats the Xbox. So let's go ahead and test out the Xbox now. Okay, so now I got the Xbox loaded up, and the Xbox should be able to run a pretty consistent 120 FPS compared to the PC. And also I do have my mouse and keyboard connected to the Xbox. So this is kind of like a PC experience. I'm using the Xbox as kind of a budget gaming PC. Okay, so for the Xbox, there is a 120 FPS mode, which I went ahead and enabled. But as you guys can see on Xbox, there is no performance mode, which is why on the PC, I'm setting everything on high, just because I'm pretty sure the Xbox runs on DirectX 12. And I'm pretty sure most of the settings is on either medium or high. Now, if you guys take a look at the max FPS the Xbox is getting, we're getting a really, really good and stable 120 FPS. This thing literally does not drop at all. And it's all coming from a $200 console, which is just ridiculous because the Xbox can also run at 4K. And the console delay isn't even too bad. As you guys can see, I can really build really well. It kind of just feels identical to PC with only a little bit of console delay. And I'm running a consistent 120 FPS, which is like really, really smooth. While the PC even has frame drops in creative on performance mode, which is kind of weird. But you guys can see this Xbox has like no delay whatsoever right now. I'm not sure what they've done because I'm pretty sure the Xbox had a lot more delay. And right now, this thing is just feeling exactly like a PC. That's actually crazy. Now, if you guys take a look at the FPS we're still getting in a game, a very stable 120 FPS. This thing literally does not drop at all. And taking a look at the graphics of the game, you guys can definitely tell this is not performance mode. So the Xbox definitely runs a lot better than a $190 gaming PC. Even if the PC was on performance mode, I'm pretty sure, just because the amount of frame drops we had on PC. The Xbox has no frame drops whatsoever. This thing is just super, super smooth. Someone right here. Dead? Oh my, drop down. Who killed? Yeah, this Xbox is like really, really smooth. Coming from the PC that I just finished playing, this thing is like a lot smoother. This thing is actually really good. We're getting no frame drops whatsoever. Still running a pretty consistent 120 FPS. I don't even think the Xbox will even drop any frame. And like breaking these bush, you guys can already tell the graphics is really, really high. And that PC was definitely like the best PC I could find under $200 just so I could match the Xbox. And that thing still couldn't even compare to the Xbox. He's in here. Full box. Crack. Edit. 200. Chill, 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 chill. Chill, chill, chill. Yeah, this thing is really smooth. Really, really smooth. Oh, what the? Yo, this guy just phased through. Crack. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough, bro. Literally with this Xbox, I'm not worrying about any frame drops, making me actually play a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, man. 200. Full box. 200. Oh my. Oh my. This Xbox is different. It's so good. It's crazy. Oh my. Full box. 200. I'm wiping this lobby on console. What the? 200. What? What? What just happened? I literally didn't even see that guy. Oh crap. This guy's a bot. This guy's a bot, right? There we go. Free kill. I'll take it. He's right here. Stupid. You ain't getting that. 90? Crack. What the? No, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Bro, why does that always happen? Why does that always happen? Cracked. There's no way. There's no way. Who am I fighting? Who am I actually fighting? All right, either way, this Xbox is like a lot better than the PC for sure. Let's go, bro. GG's.